Could you use a little more spark in your life? Since the late 90s, Mr. Sparky has been exceeding customers' expectations and surpassing the competition when it comes to your electrical needs. I'm so happy to welcome Mr. Sparky manager to the show, Chris Crew. So great to have you on this morning.
Great to be here this morning.
So I learned a lot just talking to you in the last couple of minutes, but we were kind of chatting about how important it is to have an electrical contractor in your back pocket, to know somebody that you can trust. So talk about Mr. Sparky and how long you guys have been a part of the community.
Sure. Mr. Sparky, we've actually been here on the sun coast of Florida since 2008. Here we actually have a local office in the Fort Myers area and have had that since 2014.
Very good. So when it comes to homes, I know, we were talking about my home. Part of it's an older part and I've got an addition on the other part. But when it comes to older homes especially, electrical can be kind of tricky. So if you own a home that's more than 10 years old, what do you need to know about the electrical system?
Sure. One of the most important things to know about the electrical system is it's actually one of the most reliable parts of the systems. If you were to look at your home, they could last upwards of 20 and 30 years before you ever experience any problems.
Wow, that's good to know. Are there any, routine maintenance checkups that you need to do with an electrical system in your home, or is it just kind of when something goes wrong, then you call an expert?
Yeah, both of those could be fair, and if you're a proactive type person, I always recommend that it's really important, if your home's over 10 years old, that you do have an electrical inspection performed on that home.
Take it from me, yes.
Yeah.
I've been there, yeah. So here's something I get in trouble with too, is smoke detectors in my home. There's been times where they'll have the firefighter show up at your door and knock and check the batteries in it, and among other things. But when it comes to smoke detectors, why do we need them?
Sure. Having smoke detection in the home is really important, especially whether it be you by yourself or if you have family members. Everybody wants to be able to survive a fire, and a properly operating smoke detector in the home actually increases the likelihood of someone surviving a fire.
No, what about the maintenance with those? What do you need to do other than, the batteries there, like I mentioned?
Sure. Most of the time they're kind of out of sight and out of mind until you have a problem out of them. But really what should happen is once a year you should have a maintenance done on those, and that would involve cleaning the smoke detectors.
Okay.
And you do need to replace the batteries at least twice a year. That's really important that you not only have the power that's currently from the home, but if the power were to go out, you'd want to make sure they do operate. So replacing those batteries is really important.
Okay.
And then also testing them to make sure that the alarm actually works. A lot of people actually believe that the smoke detector by pressing the button is a great way to test it. That's kind of like knowing that it will make a noise.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it will sense in case of a fire, so it's important to have those tested by a professional.
Okay, so better safe than sorry for sure. So you've got your smoke detectors, and what about the overall electrical system in your house? What are some things, maybe some questions our viewers might need to ask?
Sure, it's really important. If you own a home, number one, that's over 10 years old, it's really important that you kind of get a good pulse of how the electrical system's operating. Another thing that's really important to understand is that you can have repairs that need to be done. If you have bought a home that someone else owned prior to you, you have no idea what contractors or what work they may have had done in the home. So it's really important that you have a good feel for your electrical system.
What are some of the typical things that can go wrong with the electrical system?
One of the most common things that we face as electricians that we would go in and deal with our homeowners would be something as what would seem as simple as an outlet or a switch not working, and you have multiple other ones in the house, so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but a loose connection in the electrical system could be very dangerous.
Okay.
And that's the typical type of electrical service we would provide.
Okay, very good. Well, Chris Crew here has a special offer that he would like to extend to you guys. If you mention the Morning Blend, anyone that calls in requesting the Fox electrical inspection that they are performing, the recommended electrical inspection for only $59, right?
That's correct.
So if your home is over 10 years old, this special certainly is for you and your home, and then if you can get a written report of your entire electrical system. So certainly a way to learn a lot about your home and your home's electrical system. And as we said, better safe than sorry, right?
Exactly.
When it comes to Mr. Sparky, is the website a great resource? Is that where you typically send people to learn more about you?
Absolutely, and that can be found at the www.mrsparkyflorida.com.
Perfect. Chris, thank you so much. I look forward to having you back, and we appreciate the special offer, so don't forget to take advantage of that. Make sure you mention the Morning Blend when you call Mr. Sparky, and MrSparkyFlorida.com for that website. Great to have you on, Chris. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Also